Today's the day. Today is the day we do a official weigh-in so we can have a basis on where we are and where we need to be. Grab my weight scale. I was floating at around 299.3 flat before I started everything. I was always above or under there. I was either like 295, sometimes I got to like 310. The biggest I've ever been was like 315, although I have a story about that. But I've been floating recently, last few months, probably around like 295, 300. I just bought this scale on Tuesday, and today is Thursday. When I bought this scale on Tuesday, I was 297 point something. So when I woke up today this morning, June 11th, I woke up at 291, but that was post shit. I hadn't ate anything. I was completely empty. So I'm gonna weigh myself now after like a medium to light lunch. So we'll see where I'm at now. All right, so I'm at 293.4. I'm at 293.4. Obviously, that's from my lunch. That's from drinking a lot of water from today. But that gives us a basis on where we're at. 293. It's high. It's definitely high. And I know it's a lot, and it's a scary number. But you know, I started this to change. I started this to be better, and hopefully we can knock that down. Should hopefully 270s by the end of the month, maybe 278, 279 by the end of the month. That's the goal. That is the goal, especially with gyms opening back up. I'm gonna shed a lot of weight. But we don't have anything on paper yet. We don't have our goals down yet. I just wanted to do a little weigh-in now, just to give some pre-context of where we're at before we do all the official goals, all the official diet plans and stuff like that. All right. 293.4 is the official weight as of June 11th. You know already, we're knocking that down. We're blowing that fucking number up. We're never coming back to this weight ever again. I'm saying it now. I'm never getting over 290. I'm saying it right now. Even if this challenge fucking flops and I end up quitting in 2 weeks, I'm never getting to 290 again. I will at least be 288, 287. I'm never getting to 290. I am not in the 300 club. Fuck that. This is a new life, new chapter, and I'm ready to go, baby. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go.
But I don't care, no, I'll break the rules. I love the way you make me feel. Upside down, all turned around. I want you to want me.
Let's keep it like I'm going to you because you know your shit. And let me just start and we'll go from there. Yeah. All right, guys. So I think he was the perfect person to be able to coach me on this journey. I needed somebody to go to that can help me out with a diet, somebody that can help me out with a proper workout regimen, because I didn't want to throw myself in there and make mistakes that are simple mistakes and that are mistakes that are known throughout. I thought he was somebody I could go to, somebody who knew what he was talking about, somebody who has experience for years in nutrition and bodybuilding and just fitness in general. I thought he would be very beneficial for me, but not only for me, I thought he would be somebody that you guys can reach out to. I'll be sure to tag all his information down below just to get some information on. If you guys ever wanted some support, he's definitely the person to put you in the right direction, because he definitely knows what he's talking about. I definitely needed that support because I don't know what I'm talking about at all, which like 90% of people don't know what they're talking about. This is my brother Christian. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Like you said, I'm his brother Christian. I'm smirking a little bit right now because that's probably like the biggest compliment he's ever given me in his entire life. And how old are you now? Like 19 years old. So that's why I'm smirking a little bit. But yeah, like he said, like I have a good amount of experience with personal training, planning out nutrition and diets, a lot of different clientele, whether the goal is like doing a bodybuilding competition or just trying to general weight loss, or just changing up their lifestyle. Decided to come to me, I'm guessing because he's just most comfortable with me too as well.
I didn't want to go to somebody who's just gonna tell me the cookie cutter stuff, and I wanted to get straight to the real shit and what's really gonna help me out. I didn't want no rabbit diet where I'm only eating lettuce and fucking lifting 5-pound weights. I want the real shit. I'm pretty sure everybody knows we all took a 5th grade class where you stay away from junk food, stay away from sugars, don't drink soda, stuff like that. So I was kind of looking for what kind of foods am I staying away from? What kind of foods do I really want to engage in? What kind of food am I buying? What kind of food am I cooking? What kind of meals am I looking at?
I mean, just going based off your first video, like, I think a big thing with it, I mean, it might sound cliche, keep it a little bit simple, and
definitely.
But you don't want to dive in head first, because it's like you want to do something that's sustainable. I mean, you see a lot of people that go with like these trendy diets, and it's like, yeah, they lose weight like the first few weeks, and it's something they can stick to for a few weeks. But oftentimes you see like they'll just dive a little bit too fast, their weight drops too much, and then like, you know, they end up binge eating and gaining all that weight back. Start out simple, you know, just here and there. I mean, even if we weren't setting a specific diet plan, like, oh, eat this for meal 1 or meal 2, I would say like do like little things. Like, I'm sure like you drink stuff like soda, or you have snacks here and there. I mean, that's probably like something that you want to cut out initially. When you set out your diet plan, you're gonna have a certain amount of macronutrients and a certain amount of calories that you want to have within that day. You don't want to waste it on things like soda or like you know, little snacks here and there. So you want to like get foods that are like give you the most bang for your buck, like high nutrition foods that are gonna keep you full, stuff like that.
Okay. What is one day, let's say 3 meals for somebody who's trying to shed weight, who's trying to keep as much muscle as they can? We're not trying to just be completely skinny. So we want healthy meals, something that's really gonna keep me feeling rejuvenated, keep me feeling well, because I'm gonna be in the gym. I'm gonna be working out a lot. I'm gonna be staying active. So I definitely want some nutrition in me, so I can keep that level of pace of what I'm gonna do.
Sounds cliche as well, but it's kind of a broad question, because it's like there's some like things like you have to get into, like very specifics as far as like, especially if I'm gonna like give you a diet plan, like what you're gonna eat for meal 1, 2, or 3.
So let's say tomorrow I'm going to the gym. I need some nutrients. I need something to feel good. What am I eating? What am I looking at? But we're speaking on a general level. We're not speaking just for me. We're speaking just like, what are we looking at? What are some like?
Well,
what's
for
the
sure,
What's the groups?
for sure. Obviously, like if you want to like, you know, maintain optimal levels like of energy in inside and outside of the gym, I was just making sure you have some proper fueling, have some carbohydrates, have protein, obviously, some sort of like healthy fats as well, just to make sure, like, let's say for example we'd use like, let's say like some avocado or something. You know, that's also gonna like somewhat slow down the absorption rate of the other macronutrients, so that way he's not getting like a really high, you know, sugar peak in the workout and then he comes and crashes. So like you want that, like, you know,
to last over time.
Yeah,
you want that sustained energy.
You want that energy kind of breaking down gradually, that way he's able to maintain performance throughout his entire workout.
To keep it going a little bit on that diet plan, to segue out, before we segue on to the next thing, I just wanted to summarize one more time what we were talking about. For our diet, for my diet specifically, we're still going to be very active, so we want really healthy meals. Like he said, we need carbohydrates, we need proteins, we need some healthy fats. So that means we have our food options still pretty open, as long as we're smart about things. Sounds good. So now we have an idea of where we need to be at with our diet. Now we have an idea of what kind of foods we're eating and stuff like that. I think, like he said, when it comes to making that big change, it's 100% diet and 100% being in the gym. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is what kind of workouts am I doing? My goal is to shed as much weight as I can, but also keeping some muscle mass, because I'm not trying to be a scrawny little kid. 5 days out of the 7 days I'm in the gym. What am I looking at for those 5 days?
If you're training 7 days, you're not training hard. I'm just gonna say that. But so you know, days off, people, that's dumb. But
heard it here first.
I think a lot the training, again, like we said, to me, it's just as important as the diet. Because if you have a shitty diet and you train hard, for example, you're not gonna see the results, but it can go the other way around too. If your diet's on point and you go into the gym training like a pussy, like, let's just be honest, like it's gonna show in your physique. So, but a lot, like the diet, I like to keep the training, especially, I mean, he's been working out for years. He's played sports, and you know, he's been active his whole life. But there's still a lot for him to learn. There's a lot for me to learn
Definitely.
too. I don't know everything. I like to keep it as basic as possible, and just like make sure that, you know, we set up a training plan that, you know, he can like kind of keep up with and progress with. And that's also gonna be like,
so it's something that is gonna be fluctuating, something that it might not be the same as last week, it might not be the same next week, or it might be the same next week. It all depends on where we're at.
Yeah, it's all subject to like, just with the diet, it's subject to auto regulation, like as time goes by. Well, like I was telling him, we're probably gonna stick to the basics, and then especially those first couple weeks gonna feel things out. But and it sounds like we probably sound like broken records at this point in the video, but you cannot go wrong with sticking to the basics and just trying to get strong. Like, don't complicate shit. Like, if you're not super advanced, there's no need for you to complicate shit. Just go in there and do the basics and try to get stronger. Like, you know, keep things simple. Like, record your lifts, do the basics. Yeah, that's it. Like you don't need to go in there changing up your workout every fucking time, like, and trying to confuse the body or anything like that. Like,
For sure.
Like we mentioned earlier in the video, you're gonna get down to the end of the program, you're not gonna really know what worked. So you're taking notes because you want to see what's working for your body. Mm-hmm. That way, when he gets into his next phase, because I'm sure, like, if he accomplishes this goal, which he will accomplish this goal, he's gonna set another higher goal for himself, and then it's gonna get, each time you're gonna like set their standard higher for yourself, and you need to have notes to look back on and be like, this is what fucking worked, this is what didn't work. This is where we can improve for the next time. Like, got it.
And I think that concludes as far as our diet plan. Now although it's not a complete plan with a whole Google Docs written out, we have an idea of where we need to work. We have an idea of what our nutrients are going to be, and that's great when it comes to our diet. When it comes to our workout plans, we have an idea of what we need to do. Like he said, keep it simple, work on the basics, you know, try and progress and maximize the weight that we can. That we have an idea of where we need to be, we have an idea of where we're going. And now I just wanted to wrap this whole last part up, to wrap this whole thing up, I wanted to talk about, I just wanted to put on camera some goals. And you correct me where I'm wrong and where, if I'm shooting too high or if I'm shooting too low on the goals. So I'm thinking like 275, 276. I believe that's what I said on an earlier segment.
For an 8-week period? Like,
for the 2 weeks, for just this first month.
Oh, you want to get down to 275 this month?
Yeah, this month. So I'm at 291 on Thursday, and the goal is 275. Am I shooting too high? To 280 should be the goal?
That'd probably be a little bit too much in 2 weeks. I would say realistically, like, maybe, as you said, 275, maybe just like in 2 weeks you could probably get down to like again, he's just starting, take that into consideration. You could probably get maybe just below 280. That's if you're really like pushing yourself hard.
These next few weeks I'm planning on really going crazy.
The main thing, like, yeah, you can, we'll aim for like 280 or something like that. But the main goal, I think, right now is, let's just start out seeing what do we need to eat to have good workouts. What do we have to eat to feel good, just feel healthy? Because let's lay it out there. He wants to look good and feel good. If he could look good and feel good at 280, he would not give a fuck about like, oh, I need to drop this much weight.
Exactly.
Like, that's just a number on the scale, not to sound cliche. So yeah, those first couple of weeks, that's gonna be the biggest thing. Is like just making sure we like he said, set out some new healthy eating habits. You know, he starts, maybe like we work on weighing out our portions, grocery shopping a little bit differently.
Grocery shopping vlog coming soon.
So yeah, I would say maybe like 280 or something like that.
Okay.
But
you
again,
heard it here first.
The first goal, let's just like establish good healthy eating habits.
Perfect. 280 is the goal. We're blowing these fucking 290 numbers up. We're never, like I said in the last clip, I'm never coming back to this weight again. This is a lifestyle change, like he said. This is something that I really want to build a foundation on and really want to move forward with. 280 is the goal is the short-term goal now, and we'll move forward from there. We'll see what happens next. But to end this, I want to say thank you. I know this took a lot of time. This took like literally like an hour and a half with the interruptions and stuff like that. So thank you so much for doing this. You don't have to do this, but you are doing it. So I appreciate it more than you think. And is there anything else you want to say?
No, I mean, like that was like the gist of his programming. Like we're just really like this whole
brainstorming.
The whole point of the video is brainstorming, just going over like what the main bulk of his program is gonna look like. If you notice, we didn't do numbers. We didn't set out his macronutrients, his micronutrients, his supplementation, or like how many sets, reps, and stuff like that. We didn't do any of that. I mean, if that's something you guys want to know,
we can definitely do a video on that. We can definitely get into specifics where he can really shine and really go over all those things. Just let me know if you guys want that. But we'll go ahead and leave it there. Perfect, great shooting.
Yeah.
Woo! Ready to get started on this fucking journey, baby. Ready to go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay. You know, I don't want to make this vlog just me ranting and talking to the camera. You know, I want to make this interesting. I want to go on some adventures and stuff like that. But there's some things I want to talk about. Okay. Up. 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 Good. Wait, let me fix your towel. Penny, you ready? Ready to go? Let's go. Come on. This way. This way. This way. Come on. We made it. We made it. Let's go. Let's go. Good girl. Let's go. I don't mind a little snap.
Yeah. Don't overwhelm.
Pretty dog.
Good job. Good job.
All right.
Okay.
Have a go, man.
You too. Were you thirsty? Woo! I'm already getting a good sweat in. We'll have to do these hikes like later on in the day for the sole reason that Penny can't come with me if I do it earlier. If I do it earlier, she literally just cannot walk in the heat. I think out in the IE it gets up like 95 to 105 in the middle of the day. She physically just cannot survive. Like, she will overheat no matter how much water I bring or anything. She will literally overheat. So we have to keep these hikes usually around sunset time, just for the sole reason that she can't hang in midday. But it is what it is. We still come on them. Now she's chewing on some twigs. So that means we need to get the fuck out of here. Okay, come on. Made it to the top. Look at this. Sheesh. Boy, am I tired. went an easy 3-4 miles all uphill just to get all the way up here. But I think it was worth it. I think it was definitely worth it. You know how I said I wanted to talk to you guys about something? There's actually 2 things I wanted to talk to you guys about. The first thing I really wanted to talk to you guys about is the support. The support for that first video. It was unreal, honestly. I wasn't expecting anything like I did on that video. You know, I had a lot of friends reach out to me and just let me know that what I was doing, you know, took a lot of heart, and I think that's probably the hardest thing about this whole thing in general. It's not, you know, going on a diet and fixing my ways, but making such a dramatic change in my life and documenting it and putting it online for people to see and people to judge and people to criticize and comment on. And I think that's the hardest thing about this whole entire YouTube channel, this whole entire journey, is just having my personal life online. And you know, obviously I thought about that before I made the YouTube channel, but it's still something that is going to scare me. It's something that's going to continue to scare me, just to have such a vulnerable side of myself out online for people to see. But with your guys' support and how you guys reacted to that first video, honestly, I have nothing to be worried about. You know, people were letting me know how much I motivated them and how they want to change themselves. You know, that I sparked a fire in themselves, in their selves, and you know, that's all I could hope for, honestly. You know, in that first episode, I even said, you know, I wanted to put this online because I think it'll be beneficial for the viewers as well. And obviously, that first video, I really didn't post much. All I did was talk. There was so much overwhelming support. It was just incredible to see. It made me so happy. You know, I really honestly wasn't even expecting that much support. I thought people were gonna just watch the video and say, oh, it's just another corny YouTuber trying to become a YouTube millionaire, and that's not the case at all. And that's the second thing I wanted to talk about is, you know, my vision for the YouTube channel. And I know I explained myself in that first video, and I said that I want to document myself and I think it'll be beneficial, and I still stand by that. But the vision for this, I'm not expecting to be a full-time YouTuber for the rest of my life. I'm not expecting for this to last more than the 2 months of the journey, but if it does, it does. I'm really putting no expectations on it. The only thing that I'm putting on it is my all. That's the only thing I can really do and really control, is that I put my all into it, and that I really put out stuff that I love and that I enjoy creating, because, you know, that makes me happy. When you guys reach out to me and send me messages and let me know how as soon as gyms open back up, you're gonna be right back there and you're starting your diet because you saw me, you know, I can't fail. I haven't, just for that, I can't fail. You know, when people are reaching out to me like that, there's no failure in that. You know, I'm helping somebody else, and not only am I helping somebody else, I'm helping myself, and it's great, it's incredible. And all I can say is thank you for watching, really. Like, you know, I don't expect you guys to sit through these videos and just hear me rant like right now, but you guys do, and you guys are finding motivation in that and finding fire in that, and you know, that means the world to me, honestly. That really does mean the world to me. But these videos, they're not gonna just be of me talking. You know, I want to make these interesting. I want to make these fun. I want to make these a ride. I want to make these a roller coaster of up and downs and up and downs. And you know, I think it'll be dope. You know, I think this vlog, this YouTube series, whatever you want to call it, is gonna be fun. It's gonna be real dope for everybody. Now that we've sat down and had the conversation that we did about the diet I need to be on and the workout regimen I need to be on, we're on a great path to success. You know, we're making some real big changes, and I think I want to end the video there. I just want to say thank you one more time. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for the messages. You know, it really does mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching one more time. And you know, I wanted to end this video with one quote. I think it'll be a good idea to end these videos on a good quote. And that quote today is, "It ain't about where you're at, it's about where you're going." I believe that's just a quote that a lot of people say, and I think that's a good quote to end this video on. So, my name is Alexis. This is the end of my video. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow my socials. They're all going to be linked down below. Thank you for watching.